Have you ever seen fire agate and wondered about its true potential and the absolute beauty that's inside these stones? Last summer we were in Arizona at Saddle Mountain, and we were lucky enough to do some rock hounding, and we found this bunch of fire agates. We were lucky enough to find these beautiful examples of fire agate when we were at Saddle Mountain in Arizona. It was a lovely trip, highly recommend it. And I've waited this long because I haven't been able to decide what to do with them. And I'm a bit nervous because I know how beautiful these, if you find fire in there, oh my God. So I think what I'm gonna do is choose one that does have some of the botryoidal features, because that's where we'll find the fire, I believe. And so now the trick is we have to choose which one, because this is my first time cutting fire agate. I don't want to use these beauties. I want to wait until I've got a bit of practice under my belt. Look at that, eh? What's in there? So I'm just going to choose one that's maybe not as stellar looking. You never know what's underneath all this outer layer of chalcedony. It could be absolutely stunning in there. And I do see some evidence here of botryoidal. So, you know, there could be fire in here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one as a practice and I'm going to cut it open. No, I'm not going to cut it. I am going to polish it down to reveal what's underneath. First time cutting and polishing a fire agate. Let's do it. Let's go and polish a fire agate. Yeah. Well, let's get started polishing this little fire agate baby. We're going to be using the Kingsley North 6-inch cabbing machine, and we'll start on the 80 grit to bring it down, to take some of the, you know, the bigger bits of chalcedony off and host rock. Got to make sure we're wearing the PPE. Let's get started. Awesome. Let's do it. Right now I'm just trying to take off some of the excess chalcedony on the outside, just to get it down to the fire, hopefully. I'll be stopping frequently to see what's being revealed. It's looking good so far. It's cold in here. It's like -10 outside and my water's frozen. Maybe I'll put some hot in. We'll see. So I'm trying to stop frequently and see what's going on. You know, really what I'd really love to do is do this with a Dremel so I can get around all these corners here, but I'm not comfortable yet using a Dremel. So right now I'm just using the polishing wheels. But anyway, it seems to be coming up pretty good. I'm going to have a closer look. Okay, so I've had a closer look at this and I've made a decision. Because I'm not using a Dremel and I can't get into these edges, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this piece off here. So I'm left with a relatively flat stone that I can polish into maybe an egg shape or something. We'll see how it comes along. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to cut that off. Okay, we're going to cut this little piece off here. Okay, I'm back on the grinding wheel, and I'm just gonna round this up and we'll keep going. There's some nice looking lines in there. Lovely. All right. So this is how it's starting to look. I think it looks pretty good. You see that beautiful red botryoidal on the top there? I think I like that. And I'm trying to get rid of this white chalcedony, and I'm trying to get rid of this gray on the back. So it's looking pretty good. I like it. Let's keep going. I just want to show you what's starting to emerge from the gray. Can you see that? From the gray on the back. Right? I'm starting to get down to some of the red zone. Now this is looking good, although there's a flaw here, and I'm worried about going too deep because I really like this spot and this spot. Well, let's keep going and see what we find. So I've gone as far as the 280 grit on here, and it's looking pretty good. I'm going to take it inside so we can have a closer look together. All right. Here's what this fire agate looks like before I move on to the polishing wheels. I've gotten through the 280 grit, and I really like how it's coming out. There's some roughness here, but I think that's a quartz pocket. Same there. And some quartz crystals on the back. So we'll move on to the polishing wheels and we'll see how it turns out. Cheers. Well, I've inspected the stone and I've warmed up a little bit, and now we're going to start on the polishing wheels. Let's do it. Well, here is the final polished fire agate. And look at the crystal pocket in there. I really like how this turned out. And I'm going to show you the contrast of how we started and how we ended. And I think this would make a lovely pendant. What do you think? You know, if I had practiced a bit on the Dremel, I would have Dremeled around this spot here to get down, because there, look at that, there's fire in there, definitely. I can see that sparkle. What do you guys think of that? Look at that little pocket there. That looks like fire betrothal. Or druzy, sorry, fire druzy. Neat. I really like this. I'd love to hear your comments on this, what you would have done differently, and your thoughts. Do you like it? And, oh look, there's some fire in that little window too. Oh man, I'd love to drill down into that. Okay, well, cheers. Thanks so much for coming along for the ride. We've got lots of other pieces of fire agate that we found at Saddle Mountain. Highly recommend a day trip there. And cheers. We'll see you at the next one.